Well, thank you all for attending our Wealth Generators presentation. We're very excited to share with you a phenomenal opportunity that will help many, many people right across the world. And it's all about getting your money to work for you so that you don't have to work so hard for your money. And if the truth were told, about 95% of people, they're out there working every day, working all the hours they can get their hands on to make ends meet. We have a lot of overheads like rent and rates and mortgages and insurance and fuel and clothing and food and all of those bills. People have to keep working very, very, very hard to keep a roof over their head, to look after the families. But there is a small slice of people, just 5%, that don't have to worry about that. Those people have created a business, or they've created a legacy, or they've developed a business. They've worked very, very hard so that they don't have to work for their money anymore. Their money goes to work for them. And that's what we're about to show you here on this presentation. We're going to show you how to find more money that you didn't even know you had. We're going to show you how to grow that money. And also what's very important is the third component. We're going to show you how to keep more of your money. We've got very, very tax efficient devices to help you keep more of your hard-earned money. Now, Wealth Generators has put together a suite of products. If you like a basket full of products, there are many products that you can use. You will see some of the names on the bottom left-hand corner. As this presentation is just an overview of the idea, we're not going to discuss every single product. There's much, much more than what this little presentation can do. But this idea is to tell you a little bit about the company, to give you some idea about our product and how that works and how you can benefit with Wealth Generators. Wealth Generators is owned by the four founders on the screen. We've got Ryan Smith, Chad Miller, Annette Rayner, and Mario Romano. They've been in the industry for more than 20 years, but just in 2013, they established this new company called Wealth Generators, and already it's got an A rating with the Better Business Bureau. The Better Business Bureau is an independent accreditation organization. They simply go and look at companies' websites. They check out the directors and owners. They find out, do these guys advertise honestly? Are they telling the truth? Do they offer any guarantees? Things like that. Do they stand by their guarantee, which is very important? Do they honor their promises? And on many, many counts, these guys got a phenomenal rating from the Better Business Bureau. And that gives you and I a lot of confidence about Wealth Generators. Now, the idea is very simple. You've probably heard that on Wall Street, the money never sleeps. And if you think about it, when we go to sleep, there's another market open, there's another country coming into daylight as we go into darkness, and 24/7, money seems to move hands all over the world. Well, the movement of money and the exchange of money is a thing called Forex, or foreign exchange. It's an incredible industry, and that industry is the biggest industry in the world. This is bigger than oil. This is bigger than property. This is bigger than home shopping. This is bigger than real estate. This is bigger than any business you can think of. In fact, if you put three of the biggest businesses in the world together, it would not be as large as what we're showing you right now, because this industry is 5 times bigger even than the stock markets, because this is worth 5.4 trillion a day. Guys, this is incredible. If somebody from the United States comes into, for instance, the United Kingdom, they cannot spend dollars in our shops because the shops will not accept dollars. They must exchange it to pound sterling. If somebody from the UK goes to the middle of Europe, they've got to exchange their pound sterlings for euro. This is called foreign exchange. It's the biggest business in the world, and you can start taking profits 24/5. Now, we're familiar with the term 24/7, but 24/5 means you can only make money here, you can only take profit here 5.5 days a week. The markets do not operate at the weekend, so 24/5 is that new expression you need to get used to. What it simply means is that while you're sleeping, you can be making profit. When you're at work tomorrow, you can be making profit. When you're eating, when you're driving, when you're on holidays, you can make money 24/5 when you understand our product. It's incredible. If we look at the size of the industry compared to, for instance, the New York Stock Exchange, it's doing 24 billion, the equity market, per day. If we look at the Tokyo Stock Exchange, it's doing 18.9 billion per day. If we look at the London Stock Exchange, it's doing 7.2 billion per day. Add those three together, guys, that's 50 billion, is nowhere close to what we're looking at here. We're looking at the biggest industry in the world, and you can be part of it from right now. Now, here's the good news. You don't need to be an expert. You don't need to study anything. You can start making money as soon as today. You can register with a broker account. You can get your account up and running. And once it's approved, you can start making money even when you're sleeping. And in fact, what we've done is we've employed the best traders to do the job for you so that you can get on living your life, spending more time with the family. If you can get your money to work for you, you just stand back and watch. It's incredible. And the results from the traders we're going to show you have been spectacular. Have a look at the screen. If we had this conversation back in 2013, a $10,000 account is worth $89,000 today. Now, that is incredible. That is massive profit. But I must tell you, there are little ups and downs, but what happens over time is it grows and grows, the profit grows, and that's incredible, guys. Even $1,000 would be $8,900. $100,000 would be $890,000. It's incredible. This is their past performance. Now, what I would like to do is I would like to go to my flip chart behind me. I would like to show you a model, what you can maybe understand better than these slides. Let's talk about getting our money to grow and make some nice profit when we're sleeping and when we're working, some extra money to come into your household. And let's talk about small money. I'm talking about, let's say, for instance, $1,000 just to work something out. Now, $1,000 or €1,000 or £1,000. It's not a great lot of money, but it's certainly a sizable amount. The first thing we need to do is we need to place the money with a broker. A broker is simply a place to have your money safe. Most of our brokers are what's called FCA regulated, Financial Conduct Authority regulated. That's very important for you and for your family, that we have a secure environment for your money. The broker is only allowed to send the money back to you. They cannot allow it to go to somebody else. I would not be allowed to put money into your account because the account must be funded by you. So that's the good news. The money is yours and you can withdraw it anytime you need it. If you need this back tomorrow again, you just either call your broker or you go online and you take the money back. It's fantastic. It's not locked in for a week or a month or a year or 10 years. It's your money when you need it. Instant liquidity. If you had money in property and you wanted to take the money out, you can't. Why? Because you have to sell the property. It could take 4 months, 5 months. You need a solicitor, you need a customer. It has to do all the paperwork, and then you could get your money. With this, you can have your money tomorrow, and that's fantastic. That's what we like about wealth generators. Now, the broker you select really depends on the product you select. We have a range of brokers, and we're continuing to get more and more. So there'll actually be a library of brokers that you can choose, okay? And it's very, very important that you select the right broker to work with the right product. Not every broker can do what we're asking. You see, we're bringing over 10,000 accounts a month, and not all brokers can handle that volume because we want good customer service. So we need to select brokers that can manage the business we're about to give them. Now, for instance, if you were a resident in the United States listening to this presentation, you would have to use an internal United States broker. You would have to use someone like Forex.com. If you live in the UK, for instance, you could use any of our other brokers like FX Primus, which is a phenomenal regulated broker. We have also got Alpha Capital Markets in the center of London there in Fleet Street. We also have many, many brokers to choose from. And as I said, as the company grows, we're going to add more and more and more. And you just choose the one you want. And it's very, very simple. You don't have to pay them any money. You just lodge your money there. But you won't make any money sitting in a broker account, okay? It just sits there and you can take it out when you need it. It's a very, very safe place. Now, we're going to introduce you to Wealth Generators, and that's the company we've been looking at on the presentation. And Wealth Generators have done a very, very clever thing. You see, because they've been in this particular industry for over 20 years, what they've done with Wealth Generators, they've brought together the 10 best, or what we call professional traders, to do the work for you. You know, if you had a problem with your teeth, you'd want to go to the best dentist. If you had a problem with your heart, you'd want to go to the best doctor. Well, guys, we're talking about money. Why not go to the best trader who understands how the markets work and pay them to do the job instead of getting somebody who has no experience? So Wealth Generators have brought together 10 professional traders to work your account for you. And all you do is you attach your account to the traders. Now, these guys have got phenomenal results. They're getting on average 77% correct. And you probably saw from that graph that 10,000 went like this right up to 90,000. And that's spectacular. They're getting, I would say, somewhere in the region of 4 to 9% profit on your money every month. Now, that's incredible. 4 to 9% profit on your money. That's exceptional. What I'd like to do is I'd like to show you what that means in terms of, say, just $1,000, what that could do for your money. Let's take out this calculator. What I have here, guys, is I have what's called a financial calculator. You can download this from the App Store, or you can get it on the Android. It's very simple. Let's have a look. Let's put 1,000 into the broker. There you go. Of course, you can take this out whenever you need it. And what we'll do is let's add some profit to this. Let's say we go with, well, these guys are doing somewhere between 4 and 9%. So just as a hypothetical example, let's just pick 6%, somewhere in the middle. And that means we don't have to do a 4% calculation, a 5%, a 6, a 7, and an 8, and a 9. This is just an overview. I'm picking 6% because it's somewhere in the middle to give you an idea of the possibilities. So if we add 6% profit, and let's say we just do this for 1 year to see what would happen. So 1 year is 12 months from now. What do you think your $1,000 would become? $1,000 in 1 year from now is $2,000. Isn't that incredible? You could double your money with a 6% profit a month. Now, this is incredible. Now, my question is, well, where does the money come from? How can you double the money? Guys, we've already looked at it. There is currently 5.4 trillion changing hands at the minute. We have $5.4 trillion available. This is the source of the revenue. The revenue is coming from foreign exchange, and these experts know how to attract that and put it into your broker account for you. So 1,000 would become 2,000, provided, of course, we get this 6%. Now, of course, past performance can't guarantee you what's going to happen in the future, but I would rather be working with guys that have a past performance. They know what they're doing. They have a track record. That's important, not some new guys who's testing this out. So that's what's very important. Now, I want to do another calculation just for our new guests to show you what happens if you leave this for a longer term. So what we'll do is we'll go back to our calculator, and just let's clear the screen here, and we'll put that 1,000 back in. But this time, okay, let's give it a 6% profit again. Let's this time go for, say, 10 years as an example. Maybe that you wanted to buy a house in 10 years or pay off a mortgage in 10 years. So we're looking at 120 months, not just 12 this time. Well, the interesting thing is that the future value of your $1,000 would become $1,088,187. Isn't that fantastic? $1,000 compounded at 6% per month for a period of 10 years is always $1,088,187. It's always that. It can't be anything different. And if you bring me the best accountant that you know in your country, and they want to argue, they'll not argue with this. They'll not argue with technology. They'll not argue with mathematics, because it is a fact. Since the beginning of time, $1,000 compounded at 6% every month is always $1 million in 10 years. Now, that fancy calculator is one thing, but I know that you can work that out yourself without the calculator. Let's do that for a little exam. Let's have a look at this. If you had $1,000, and we know that 6% would double the money in 1 year, so in 1 year from now, what would your $1,000 become? It would double to 2,000. So now you have 2,000 in the broker account. Of course, you can take that out if you want it, but if you leave it there and get these guys to work your account again, the next year it would become 4,000. Why is that? Because it doubles if you're getting the 6%. The next year it would be 8,000. The next year it would be 16,000. And the next year, if anybody wanted a nice new car, well, there's one way of turning £1,000 or €1,000 or $1,000, doesn't matter, into 32,000. Isn't that incredible? 1,000 becomes 32,000 in just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Now, some people want to buy some property. Maybe they're in a rented house. They'd like to maybe pay off their house or buy a new house in a new location or a new area. Or maybe they'd like to buy a little property abroad and they need a deposit to put into the property. Well, What happens is 32,000 at 6%. The next year, that would double at 6%, which means you would have 64,000 the next year. The year after that, you would have 128,000. And now we can see that many, many people know that they can get accommodation, maybe not in the capital cities, but maybe up north, you probably would get a small property for 128,000. You'd certainly get a property somewhere abroad for 128,000. Now, the next year, it doubles again. So 128,000 becomes 256,000. So now we're looking at just 8 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, just 8 years from now, 1,000 becomes 250,000. Isn't that incredible? Now you could buy that luxury house. Now you could pay off that mortgage. It'll certainly get the kids through school and give them the best education. It'll give you a nest egg to live on. In fact, lots of people do this just to create an income on a monthly basis. Let's say you had 100,000. Let's forget about the 250,000. If you have 128,000 in your broker account, and let's say you took out the 28,000, maybe you wanted to do some repairs, get a new car, you know, help your favorite charity, and you've still got 100,000 left because you can take the money out any day you need it. But let's say you're left with 100,000, and the next month these guys get 4.5%. Okay, so let's say they get 4.5% profit the next month. Well, that gives you 4,500, so you can take that out to live on. That's over 1,000 a week, and you still have your 100,000. Then let's say the next month they have a good month. They do say 7% that month profit. Well, you could take out 7,000 to live on that month and still have your 100,000. Let's say the next month they did 5%. You could take out 5,000 and still have your 100,000. Let's say the next month they did a big month. Let's say they hit 9%. You can take out 9,000. Well, that's a fantastic month, and you've still got your 100,000. Let's say the next month you need your 100,000, but you can take that out as well because it's your money, and the broker will only send it back to you. They won't send it to me or to anybody else. It can only go back to the account that funded it. So if you put it in there through your bank or through your credit card, because you can load this by credit card, and that's good, or debit card, that gives us comfort. That gives us safety that we've got our credit card guarantees looking after our money. We've got nice brokers looking after our money. And this is how you get money to grow. But what we said is, without the calculator, how can we get this 1,000 to 1,000,000? Well, we've done it here so far. We've got 2,000, 4, 8, 16, 32. We've got up now after 8 years to 256,000. But if you didn't spend that, and you just kept it for one more year, you double that, it becomes 512,000 in 9 years. So 1,000 can become 500,000 in just 9 years. Isn't that incredible? And of course, in the 10th year, when you double that, because at 6% your money doubles, it becomes $1 million or €1 million or £1 million. It depends what you put in at the start. Now, some people say to me, well, I don't want to wait 10 years. Can we not do this faster? Can I not do this in 5 years or 7 years? Or, of course you can. This is just working with a small amount like $1,000. You see, if you started with $2,000 instead of $1,000, because you can put whatever you want into your broker account, but if you started with 2,000, then this would become your first year. In your first year, you would have 4,000. In your second year, you would have 8,000. Third year, fourth year, fifth year, sixth year, seventh year, eighth year, ninth year. So simply by adding one more 1,000 to start with, you can do it in 9 years instead of 10 years. If you want to get it shorter again, well, start with 4,000. If you started here with 4,000 instead of 1,000, then this would be your first year. Your 4,000 would become 8,000 in the first year. And then this would be your second year, your third year, your fourth, 5, 6, 7. It would only take 8 years to get $1 million if you started with 4,000. Now, guys, most people don't understand how wealth is created. We are locked into a society where we think we have to go and work hard, and we pay our taxes. Our tax comes out of our income, or if we own a business, you know, and we can't seem to get ahead. When you take your wages in at the week, and it seems to be somebody is there to take it away from you. If it's not rent or clothes or food or rates, or there's always something to take the money from you. We can't seem to get our money to work for us. But this is what the rich people are doing. This is what the wealthy people are doing. This is what the banks are doing. The banks are making their money from foreign exchange, from currency. This is what the big shops are doing. Go check out what all the big stores that you know, the likes of the Tesco's and the Marks and Spencer's, what they're doing is they're working the capital markets to get their money to grow as well. These type of products have been around for many, many years, but they've been left to the rich people. Now what Wealth Generators has done is they've come into the marketplace and they're saying, well, listen, we don't care who you are. You don't need to get a credit check. We'll even start you with a demo account. If you don't want to put any money in, you can start with a demonstration account and check this out for yourself. So it's very, very easy. Now, here's my question to you. If somebody could turn $1,000 into $1 million for you, how much would that be worth? What would you pay them? What would that be worth to you? I mean, if I could do it for you, let's say I said, listen, I can turn 1,000 into $1 million for you. It might take me 10 or 11 years, 12 years, I don't know. But let's say I could do it for you. Would you give me $500,000? Most people would say, yeah, if you could turn 1,000 into $1 million, I'll give you half of it. Of course you would. If I said to you, well, listen, okay, I don't want $500,000. Imagine we could turn 1,000 into $1 million. Would you pay 10%? Would it be worth 10%? Would you pay 100,000? Yes, you would. What if you could do it? What if somebody said, well, listen, I'll take the 88,000 and I'll do all the work. You sit at home, I'll do all the work. I'll take the 88,000 and you keep the $1 million. Would you do that deal? If somebody could turn 1,000 into $1 million and 88,187, would you give them the odds? Would you give them the 88,187 and you keep the $1 million? Would you do that? Of course you would. Yes, you would. I know you would, because it's great value. You see, what takes to do this is time and expertise. You don't have the time because you're busy. You don't have the expertise or the knowledge. We pay these guys to do it for us. And the good news, guys, is it doesn't cost 88,000. I'll tell you what it costs. It's very, very little. It costs $329.98 to set up your whole account. So it's very affordable for every family all over the world. And that includes the payment to these people here. You see, these 10 gentlemen, these 10 traders, they have their own families. They show up every day. They start working this for you. They need pay, okay? So all they want is $50 a week between all 10. Not $50 each. $50 for a week pays all of them. Now, that's nothing. That's, in sterling, that's about £40. It's the price of 2 cups of coffee a day. I mean, 2 cups of coffee a day must be £5 or £6. 7 days a week, 7 sixes is £42. That's about $50. So for the price of 2 cups of coffee, you can have these guys make your money grow for you, so that somewhere in the future, whenever you want to take it out, you can take it out. You don't have to wait 10 years or 9 or 8. You can take it out tomorrow, the next day. Maybe you just want to do some work to the house. Maybe you just want to leave something for the kids. Maybe you want to pay, buy a new house abroad, or maybe help your parents. Whatever it is, whatever the reason is, for the price of 2 cups of coffee a day, these guys will go to work. Now, $50 a week works out about $199 per month. So that's all the cost. It's very, very inexpensive. Now, generally for the wealthy people, this is what usually happens. The wealthy people, the traders go and ask them, how much money do you want us to work for you? And they're looking for big accounts like 50,000 and 100,000 and $1 million. They normally look for the big customer. They're not interested in people like us. Well, Wealth Generators have created this situation where the more little people come on, the traders benefit, because these guys get salaries and these guys get bonuses for better performance. The better these guys make our money work, the more money they make. It has to be a win-win situation. Everybody has to win here. Now, it's absolutely incredible. What I do want to say is the company have also put a little guarantee in place, and this is incredible as well. You see, most people don't understand anything about foreign exchange. They don't know much about brokers. They don't know who these traders are. So they're a little bit worried. They want a bit of comfort. Well, Wealth Generators has put a beautiful guarantee in place. And here's the guarantee. If you try this for 6 months, so it's $199, like $50 a week, $199 for 6 months, it's going to cost about $1,200 for about 6 months. And after 6 months, you'll know if this is working. You'll know in 2 or 3 months is this working. But the guarantee says this: if you try this for 6 months, and if these guys lose you a single dollar out of your account, if your account in 6 months is less than this, let's say it goes down to $999, you lose $1. Here's what the company will do: is they will give you 3 times what you paid. So you paid $1,200. 3 times $1,200 is $3,600 for every customer. So even if they lose $1 on you, you make money because you've got $999 left in your account. So just tell your broker, I want my $999 back. They'll send it straight back to your bank. And so you've lost $1, but then you've made $3,600 because this is the guarantee. It's incredible. Now, what's the worst case scenario? I always like to look at the risk. What's the worst case scenario? Well, let's have a look at that. The worst case scenario is this. Imagine there was 2 more Brexits and 3 American elections in the next 6 months. Okay, let's say the markets went all funny and these guys get it wrong. And imagine they lost all of your money, your whole $1,000. Guess what? You made money. Why? Here's why. Because if you lose your $1,000 and you pay them $1,200 for the 6 months, that's $2,200. The guarantee is $3,600. You'll still make $1,400. So here's the good news. If these guys lose, you win. If these guys win, you win. Guys, it's just a beautiful situation. And here's some other good news. If you could pick 2 customers that you really like, maybe a friend or a relative or somebody that wants to buy a house or somebody that really needs this. I mean, we all need it. But if you can think of just 2 customers that might like this product, guess what the company will do for you? They'll pay this for you. This is free. This is free. This doesn't cost anything with just 2 customers using our product, and that's special. So guys, that's our presentation over. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you understand it. If not, please get back to the person that sent you this video. Get your questions answered. If you'd like to speak to me personally, no problem at all. The person that's probably shared this with you knows me. We do this presentation quite regularly. You can watch the recording, you can stop, you can rewind, but please, please, please get your questions answered, and I wish you every success. Thank you very much for joining us.